Bluff City Media presents the No Bluffing Podcast. Stepping up to the microphone are your hosts, Christian Ingram and Evan Hayes. Now, let's get to the show.
This dude right here. This dude right
surprise,
here.
Surprise!
I was like, oh, we got a guest show. We got a guest spot today.
Man, it's just me.
It's just Chris. You know, I still like to see Chris though, but he had to rope-a-dope me for a second because I didn't know what was going on. Like,
I had to throw you off real quick. It's like, no.
It's just him. It's all good though. It's all good.
What's going on, Grizz Nation? Welcome back. I am Chris Ingram.
And I am Evan Hayes.
Y'all already know what it is. This is the No Bluffing Podcast where we keep it all the way real, all the way raw, and all the way honest about everything. Grizzlies, appreciate y'all tapping in on this fine Monday.
Yes, sir.
We are going live on both platforms right now. Typically, we will record Sunday nights on X and upload on YouTube the following Monday. But we're going live on each platform right now, man. We had a late day yesterday. I said, man, you know what? Ain't no Grizzly game tonight. No, me too, bro. I text you. I said, man, I forgot it was Sunday. So
yeah.
We ain't got a Grizz game tonight. So we said, you know what? Let's just go live on everything tonight before y'all hop into this national championship game. I know I'm gonna be tapped in. I might give me some wings in a minute or something.
Oh yeah, for sure.
My boy, Coach Vaughn. What's up, Vaughn? Happy birthday to you, my brother. This is our resident third member. He really ain't official, but he's our basically unofficial third member of No Bluffing, man. He come on. In fact, we gotta get you on in a little bit, Vaughn, for real. It's been a
especially minute, for the playoffs. Yeah, we gotta get him on for the playoffs. Got to.
Especially without me having bad weather too. You know that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, last time everything was cutting out. You was sick, and then the other time your stuff was cutting out every other time too. So it happens.
Yeah, man. But man. It feels good to come on here today. I ain't gonna hold y'all.
Yeah, for sure.
It's been god awful just to come in here every week. I think it was a couple weeks ago. I texted Evan. I said, bro, let's just take the week off because this is negative,
depressing.
I don't even want to come here and fake the funk. Like that ain't even my personality. I don't like for it to come off that way. But it was just nothing enjoyable to talk about. You know, kudos to the post game shows or the daily grind. That people that upload daily content or like much more often than we do.
Yeah,
salute to y'all, bro. Because I ain't gonna lie, it's been a rough couple months, but it feels good to be back. Just to feel something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, feels that feeling in your stomach, like ooh, something about to happen, and feel like something good about to happen. So it feels good to get that feeling back in your stomach. You know,
for sure. Hey. You already know, bro. There ain't nothing but a message.
Let us know anytime, bro. Anytime, bro.
So, we got Lick from Peak. I hope I said that wrong. Lick. My bad if I mispronounced it. Man, yeah, Coach Vaughn, man, y'all don't give my boy his just due, bro. Like, when it comes to breaking stuff down, he is an actual coach, number one.
Yeah,
so he ain't just talking at his ass. Like, I know the game from a elementary, maybe even middle school angle, but he definitely can break it down way better than I can. So man, y'all make sure y'all tap into Coach Vaughn's breakdowns. This is some awesome stuff he got going for sure. But Evan, my boy, before we get it into the few little topics we got today, like I said, we don't want to hold y'all long. We say that all the time, and it might be till tip
hour 45. Shit, but it be halftime of the national championship. We still talking. All right, so let's cut it in now. We missed the whole first half of the game.
Damn net, we ain't doing it tonight. We ain't gonna try.
Hell no.
But man, how you feeling? How was your week? I know you've been on the road a little bit. What you got going, my guy?
Yeah, it was a cool little week. You know, we had a little down week since we're in the middle of starting our outdoor season. So we had a little down week. So I decided to go home. I went to a concert. I saw Juicy J in concert Saturday night at Rose College. Rose College does a thing called Rice of Spring. They have like a spring concert. They have like local bands and they have a headline. The headline was Juicy J. So me and my girl and some of our friends went. So that was cool. Was there doing that Saturday. Sunday I was with the fam, went to church with them. It was good just to be back in the house of the Lord with my fam. So of course my dad, my mom, my brother, my grandma. I saw all of them. Then I drove back today. As soon as I got here, I went to practice. Then ate. Then went to weights. So you feel me? I've been on the go, but I'm feeling good. Grinding. Been grinding. So yeah, it feel good, bro. It was a good little week. Just keep chopping that tree. How about you, my dog?
Same old, bro. Just trying to be a better man than I was last time y'all seen me on this ugly ass podcast. I was just playing. That's it, bro. Just chopping at it, trying to be better in every aspect, bro. That's what it's all about. So
I got one question. I got one question. Just to, I know I'm just the man to man question. Well, in high school, what was your squat max, bro? Because I feel like you finna shit on me. I feel like because you're a football player, if you remember.
Actually, no, bro. I wasn't a big squatter. My knees have not been the best. Like probably since I was, I'm gonna say about 12, bro. My dad had me. I was working out, man. The OGs will probably know what I'm about to say. It was a gym ran by this guy. It's called Dean Lott. That was his name. Dean Lott. He had a gym, bro. I used to work out. Man, Pops had me in there. Well, obviously the people that was working out there.
Yeah,
I was working out, bro, with Lorenz and Wright.
You was with the OGs for real.
Mike McKenzie. Like I was with NFL players, NBA players. I was about 12 years old, doing weights, doing. Now that I think about it, bro, I need to try to figure out what's going on with that. But anyway, yeah, bro. Like I was in there like heavy, like doing for real workouts, like some child prodigy type shit.
Yeah.
And man, ever since then, bro, and it could have been before then, but that's just my recollection back to when I remember it started hitting me, bro. I got these big knots, like growing pains on my knees. And so, like, yeah, I would have like a certain amount of leg strength. Don't get me wrong, like I could go in there and do what I need to do.
Yeah.
But you talking about like going in there, like going crazy on the squat machine, that wasn't your boy, bro. Because them knees, I ain't had mega knees and still don't to this day. Still don't. And one thing, too, I ain't gonna lie, I watched too many videos when I was a kid, bro. So like it was one video with this dude, he squatted and like his ass came out his ass from squat. Like
you was
like
watching the freak accident videos.
Yeah, I seen that kind of like scarred me.
It spooked you.
What's tapping in?
What's saying?
Appreciate you tapping in, my boy. Yeah, bro. Like that shit, that scarred me. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna get enough to where I feel the burn.
You can feel, how you can move how you want to move type.
Yeah. Now we maxing like on a bench bar. Like, okay, my max, I think I got was like 275, 280, which a lot of grown folks cannot do, bro.
No, that's nice, bro. For someone that's not working out, that's not like playing sports actively, like that's dope.
So but I can't. What's your max, bro?
I ain't maxing bench in a long time, but today I had to leave because I had to do this. But I got to 515 a day on the squat.
It's over with.
I got to 515 a day. I just had to ask that because if in y'all in the comments, put y'all squat max because I want to feel good or bad about myself today. Just see where I as a 21-year-old track athlete. So I got to 515. Maybe you can do more than 300, bro.
I'm not trying to find out.
I ain't trying to find out.
Hell no. When certain stuff started straining and not feeling good down there, I'm saying,
cool. Nah.
I'm cool. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. He said he locked there like Marvin said, preacher, but hey.
Something like
close
that. Close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. I need 100 up here. If ease on the gun show, Jai gonna catch a fine for you.
Oh man.
Nah, come on, DG. Come on, DG.
Run them up.
You feel me?
Run them up. Hey, that was not gonna even be a topic for today. I really didn't even want to touch that at all.
It was stupid, bro.
Memphis Grizzlies fans that are in the form for the rest of the season, I think it's what.
Please do this every single time.
Every single
load
time. That buzz up and let it go, bro.
Every single time. I need to see the whole crowd doing this every single
man.
Bro, y'all finna check me now, but it's cool though. I gotta do what I gotta do.
Time. Hey, I ain't mad at you, bro. If my arm was looking like that, still I have them out too. It's all
the only reason I would have, because I just came from the gym, y'all, and it's the first Grizzly thing that I could grab because I still haven't unpacked my bag yet. So this is the first Grizzly thing I can find. I was like, let me just throw this joint and see what's going on, So
boy,
let's get it going, bro. Let's get it going, bro. We ain't really got no news. We're gonna hop right into it. Like I said, we're gonna try to get out of here by 7. I know Sam gonna make a joke. Kenny gonna make a joke. It's all good. That shit not happening.
6:21. So let's get out of here by 7, man.
All right,
let's chop it up. We're right. We're gonna see. But first of all, let's talk about it, bro. The Grizz.
Let's groove tonight.
The last couple months, like we talked about at the top of the show, it has not felt like basketball at all. It has not felt like grit and grind, Grizz next gen. I heard some other stuff that it wasn't good at all, bro. And since the firing of Taylor Jenkins, you can attribute it to what you want. Like I'm gonna let whoever figure out or come to what conclusion that they choose to. But I'll be honest, bro. This team is definitely clicking on a level that we've come to see them be over the last couple of years. Like they're looking like a serious basketball team
for real.
For once. I don't care that the games have been close. Like that's what a lot of us have talked about over the this year is like they either blowing people out or getting blown out. And that has not been the case the last 3-4 games, bro. So talk about just from your viewpoint of what the squad is looking like. Really kind of going into these last 4 games, bro. We'll kind of start there from, I guess last week in review, and then we'll kind of move the conversation from there. But how you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling way more optimistic than probably in the last month that I felt. Because I would put myself in, like, before TJ got fired, like in the denial stage, I was like, yeah, we can still get these together if I'm knowing in my head that nothing finna shake. But I'm trying to convince myself that something's good about to happen. I'm trying to convince myself.
Right.
Now I have that confidence. I don't have to trick myself into thinking that something's going to happen. I got to call him T.I. now. I got to talk. I can't call him TJ. I got to call him T.I. now.
Yeah.
Tomas Isolo. He has them guys playing on a whole different level. It seemed like the guys playing with a lot more confidence. It seemed like they're trusting what their coach is saying, and now they're trusting each other on the floor. I know we dropped their first 3 or 4 with him being at the helm, but even in those losses, we looked like a very competitive basketball team. Like, we looked very good in those games. It was some things that he could have cleaned up, like some of his rotations down the stretch you could have cleaned up, but that's as to be expected when you have a coach just not getting the helm position and controlling everything. But I'm happy with what I've seen. Ja is playing out his mind right now. Edey, oh my goodness. Zach Edey is playing the best basketball he has, well, probably since the first half of the season. The first half of the season, he was looking like Rookie of the Year lock. And then say what you want, but TJ sabotaged that, man. That's my heel. I'm gonna die on it. And now Tomas Isolo is talking about how Edey has been playing. Edey's even saying how himself he's been playing better and how he feels better under TJ. He said, I think he started a quote that he just been able to be a pick and roll, just head hunt when he want. That's what we've been seeing for Edey, and that's what I love to see. I just feel like the team just got that shot in the arm that they needed just to really say, all right, we can salvage this season. We can actually make some of it. I'm confident in Isolo's rotation. He's only playing 8 guys, which I love. The only guy I would really wish could get minutes is Gigi, because Luke Kennard is not playing well right now, and I feel like Gigi can get some of those minutes, or at least Cam Spencer, but he on a 2-way. At least Gigi. I feel like Gigi could really use, because Gigi, that's my only critique of Isolo right now. It's just Gigi is playing with no confidence right now. And I don't know if that's a carryover from TJ, but Isolo sitting him on the bench. Yeah, like Hasbrook and Isolo sees that, so he's probably not gonna put him in the game when he sees that he ain't playing with the most confidence. That's really my only critique of Isolo right now. His rotation look good. The defense looks a little better. It's not great, but it's looking better. The offense looks a lot better. Ja's being unlocked again. So I have nothing but good things to say about what Isolo has done so far. And I'm excited about these last 4 games. We have 4 games remaining. I'm excited to see what we're going to do. I honestly think we can win out. That's not my prediction, but I honestly think we can win out. Like, with how we're playing right now, because we're going to take care of business in Charlotte, and we got Denver, Minnesota, and who's the last game we got? We got Hornets, Denver, Minnesota.
The Mavericks. That's the last one.
I feel like we can close out. I feel like we can sweep all these games, though. Honestly, and that's probably the most confident I felt with sweeping 3 out of 4 competitive games all year. Honestly, that's probably the most confident.
I just caught this shade he threw. He said, we say we try to get there by 7. Everybody said 7 a.m.
That's a good prediction.
That's really a good one. I'm gonna get it to you. That was a good one.
You under 7 a.m. Soft ass Mitch. Let's keep it PG. So Mitch, I like that.
Yeah, Mitch, I love the word. Shout out to you, Goon, the shooter in here. He said, man, people can get up drunk at games and cause a wreck, but they mad at Ja for finger guns. Boy, preach.
That was so dumb, bro. It was stupid, bro.
Yes, sir. But in regards to just the Grizz, how they playing, bro, like, this is why, like, I understand. I don't, but I hear the notion that coaches don't matter or coaching doesn't matter. I can't get with that for the simple fact that, like, is it the end all be all of winning a game or single game? Potentially. But, like, when you're talking about, like, trying to set the expectation of, like, long-term goals, that shit matters, bro. And you starting to see it just come out, not in our team, but other teams around the league as well. I saw a quote by Ime Udoka, and again, he's one of a kind. It ain't, it's not too many of him, or otherwise a lot of teams would probably be trying to find him and sign him as their head coach. But he was talking about how he's just praising his team for going out there just playing tough every single night. And in particular, he was talking about the game where they got up under the skin of the Warriors, and how he was like, oh, we got them. Basically, I'm paraphrasing, but basically, when we see that we under their skin, I'm telling my guys to go dig in deeper, like piss them off more, irritate them more, be more physical. And I always say, bro, like Draymond was right. It maybe not right about everything that he say. But when he said that, the coach, that teams will take on the identity of their coach, especially if they bought into that guy, yes, that's 100% fact. And that Houston team is 100% like example of that. Them guys, I'm sorry, like Sengun and Jalen Green, when they first got there, they were just hooping dudes. They just put talent through the roof. But this team now, bro, like they got an identity, and I'm not gonna get it all to Dylan because like Dylan's a part of that. He helped, cultivate that culture, but it had to be Udoka to come there and gas that, set a tone, and you seeing that it paid dividends. This team now, bro, like they back to having fun. They are back to, I'm sorry, like getting their pecking order, which Ja has been the best player on this team. Maybe not this season, but he's always been the best player on this team. I'm sorry, like yeah, he had a down year up until this point. But it's back to showing you that this dude is that dude, bro. Like you get him back into, his vibe of competing every single night. We're not running this, and again, I can say I played a part in that too. Maybe perpetuating this idea that this offense was all on Islo. I didn't understand it. Coach Vaughn had been talking about it for the last couple of months that was Nola Roach's offense with some of maybe Islo's principles in it, as far as the pace and stuff like that, bro. Like. He is all about picks. He's all about defense. He's all about rebounding. We came on here like months ago, maybe even a year ago, and told y'all, bro, like if you get another coach that will tell Jaren and his squad to go out there and rebound, they will do it. Jaren is getting double.
Doubles easy. He's averaging like eight and a half rebounds right now since Islo has been at the helm. Edey's averaging 12 right now. Edey's averaging he's averaging 8 and 12 right now since Islo has been the helm. Like,
yep.
It's a 1-to-1 difference, bro. Like if, like you said, you get a certain coach that lights the fire and schemes them in the right way to rebound, and not everybody just leaking out. Like in what we saw before, it was only 1 or 2 guys crashing and everybody leaking out. Now we all crash, we still running regardless. Like we have guys that are fast, athletic enough to run regardless, no matter who gets. If it ain't Edey getting the rebound, we can outlet the ball out real quick or advance the ball. With TJ, you had everybody leaking, and that's why the rebound was so bad. But we saw it in the Miami game and the Detroit game. We rebound our ass like we are accustomed of doing. So you can't tell me that it wasn't the change in coaching or why it doesn't matter. Because if it's a direct difference that fast, you just got to say 1 + 1 = 2 in that situation.
That's a fact, bro. Like I'm loving what I'm seeing, and that's where I'm really torn on this whole like Islo thing because I feel like if you give him a full off season, bro, just based off what you've seen thus far, like just in the 4 games we've seen, 6 is 6?
Yeah, because remember he lost the first 3, and then he won Miami and Detroit.
Okay, so damn, this shit is flying by.
I believe
you seeing this in this short amount of time. You get this dude a full off season. You let him go pick a staff, implement the way that he really wants to play, which is having a lead guard, pick and roll, defense, rebound, like I just talked about. Like he has core principles. It's not just let the MF fly.
Not play the ball. Groups. See what happens.
It's not play groups and dodgeball and kickball in practice. Like we talking real basketball.
Real basketball, bro. Go hoop.
Yeah, and I can appreciate that. And it's like, man, if the guys are locked in the way that it sounded like already. Like I've heard Ja have a quote about him already, just feeling more comfortable, him listening and collaborating with the players. If they don't like something, he's gonna listen. All right, let's attack it this kind of way. I'm torn, bro, because I think, let me tell you what I think and what I would want. What I think is, I think we talked about it on here before. Kleiman already got his guy. We're gonna move forward with Islo as the coach. I'll be surprised if they go through with a full process. Flip side of that, I would like to see maybe a Sam Cassell or somebody else like that in there, just to see what can happen. But like the early returns are like they rock with this dude, bro.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of hard to, I know people was having a gotcha those first couple of games that they dropped, but it's like anybody. You could have put Jesus Christ out there. He probably would have coached them guys. It's all the BS that's been up there. Like
old habits die really, really slow. Like And that's what people understand. Like
the first 21 days to build them. I mean, this man been building for 6 years. What you think gonna happen?
Exactly. Like the Lakers game, we were lost by 7. We was in that game very competitively. Celtics game, same thing, but they kind of pulled away us at the end. Same with the Warriors game. All these games, we were very much. If we was in those games with TJ, I wholeheartedly think we would have got blew out all those games. Wholeheartedly, because when we've played the Lakers, we got blown out. We beat the Celtics the one time, but I take that as a small sample size because the Celtics shot tremendously terrible from the 3-point line. We played them in Boston. So take that from what there is. But the Miami game, Detroit game, all these games have shown a big difference in how these guys are playing. We're not coming out dead. That's been a big problem. Just seemed like Elo just galvanizing the guys' energy from the tip a lot more. Like, yeah, you can credit that to the desperation of the last 5-10 games of the season. But even with TJ, before he got fired, we were playing dead, coming out dead in the first half. Like,
you would have thought it was game 21 or something. You know
it's game 65, and we coming out like ain't nothing going on. So it's just, and like you said, I wouldn't be mad if they still go through a coach search and interview some guys. I wouldn't be mad at all. But I like what I'm seeing in front of my face. Like, Elo seems like having these guys playing at a high level, and they seem like they want to play for him. Like, it was so many times this season where we saw Josh Bylanguage be terrible. I'm not going to equate that all to TJ. We never know what 12 was going through behind the scenes and his family and his health and all that. But just on the court, he was just sitting in the corner looking pissed. It was Edey. Edey's body language. As competitive as Edey is, as head-on strong guy as Edey seems to be, he looks dejected sometimes on the court. Jaren looks fresh. Like, everyone had times throughout the season where it seemed like it wasn't clicking. And yes, it's only 5-game sample size. So, of course, we're not just going to speak in hyperbole. But it seems like something has gone on in that locker room. It's like, hey, y'all, we can actually make something this season. We believe in T.I. right now. So, I love it, bro. Like, I can't speak enough about how optimistic and how happy I am going into the playoffs, because I really feel like we can win out. I feel like we can give anybody in that Western Conference a good first round series, if not beat them wholeheartedly.
And we didn't feel like that weeks ago. That's
we did not. We did not.
Let me get to a couple of these comments. We got Rip Jitty. He said, "I'm excited for things he can unlock defensively with this squad." I agree. Just digging more and more into this man, like his content that's on YouTube, like he's just as much a freak for defense as he is for offense. And so, again, getting them dudes to. One thing that I like about him, bro, he's just focusing on, because I keep hearing everybody talk about, and we're gonna maybe touch on him just for a second, Edey's weaknesses. Like, everybody on this damn team don't have weaknesses, bro. Like, I really, like, it's such a cop-out to me that you like look at his and say, it's the reason why he shouldn't play. Same thing with Gigi. And we don't talk about none of the other team's weaknesses. Like, these folks out here, Iron Man out here. Like, I don't do that, bro. What he's doing is he's focusing on these dudes' strengths, and he's saying, okay, let's focus on that. Dez, I've been talking about forever. Get your ass back in the mid-range. Get back to shooting 7, 8, 9 threes a night. Look what he's doing. When he got the ball, like 3 minutes left the other night when we played, I think it was the Heat. Tweeted it out, bro. I got pissed off. I said, here we go. We gotta watch. Why am I watching Bane with the ball when Ja is out there, bro? Like, I got so irritated.
Yeah, he turned the ball over. He turned the ball over.
And Ja said, no more.
He said, give me that Jaren right. And then right after that position, Jaren hit the big 3 in the corner to put us up by 1. And then you know what happened when Toy got the ball. So it's still little signs of it, but it seemed like we trended into the right direction, bro. That's all that I want. And T.I.'s giving them room to correct those mistakes in real time. Because if it was with TJ, it would have been the whole next game. He would say, okay, Dez, you get the ball next time down.
Next game. Next year, get it. It's in your pamphlet. Here go your book. Here go your book to read over the summer again. Here you go.
ISO ball the whole time.
Yeah, this one I wanted to talk about, because I noticed this too, Candy. Not to mention he brought them home to practice before heading out to Charlotte. I have never bro, I had to go back and double take. I'm like, hold on. They were just in Detroit. Why they just didn't fly straight to Charlotte? Why are they here?
Yeah, that's a shorter flight. Yeah.
I'm like, no, this must be old. And I checked the date on. I'm like, no, that's today. Bro, he's taking it's just such a serious approach, bro, that I'm sorry. Like I heard Dez comments after the game the other night, let's get off our feet. T.I. said, no, bro. Like, y'all ass are literally a breath from getting out into the play-in. Like, we ain't got time to be resting feet. Like, let's get home, lock in, sleep in your bed one night. But no, we're gonna lock in and have a practice. I was definitely pleased to see that. So shout out for pointing that out, Ken. I definitely want to talk about that. Appreciate you reminding me on that. We got JD. He said, wasn't like they were competitive either. T.I. was learning late game scenarios against 3 playoff teams. Absolutely. They were still doing kind of low-key goofy rotate. He was playing 11 guys in the game.
Yeah, he was. But it's a direct correlation. Like Edey in those first 3 games we lost, Edey did not play down the stretch at all. He was not playing down the stretch. And you see these last 2 games when it's been close, who's been in the game? Zach Edey. And you see that presence. That's just very quick adjusting that we were not seeing with TJ. Like just game to game stuff. We needed in all those games, we needed rebound and inside presence. And for some reason, he thought Edey was gonna be so whatever reason. But you see, we got him on the floor. You see what happened. Ja has a consistent pick and roll option down the stretch, which is how he works best. So that's how we got the switch on Khalil Ware. By having Edey in the game, got the switch, and Ja did what he did. Like it's short, small things that it's the big difference between T.I. and TJ that I'm really loving that I'm seeing right now.
Coach Vaughn put this in perspective. Like, if they get that 6 seed where they can avoid the play in, y'all got as much time to practice before the playoffs as everybody else.
Yep.
That shit is key, bro. Like, they got to get at bare minimum the 6. We're going to kind of break that down here at the end of the show, just how the playoff race is going. Man, y'all are definitely hitting us with the
commentary and danger.
Man, that's a fact. But they couldn't dribble.
Okay, couldn't dribble and
ain't got
turn the ball away too much. Yeah.
Or the defense. Like, God, you see what I'm saying? Hold on, bro. Was that Clyde or was that TJ, bro? Here I go.
Nah, I think that was TJ. I think that was TJ. That's just me though. That's just me though.
Oh, bro. I can't really say too many other things, bro, about him. I mean, outside of, like I said, he got these guys locked in and focused. The big thing that I want to see, bro, honestly, is I need Jaren to figure some shit out because, like, I think he's letting, like, whatever frustration he may have about potentially, like, losing that DPOY or losing that all-NBA selection, potentially. I don't know. We still got some games. I don't know how that's going to go. We'll find out.
Yeah.
But I think he's letting that really get into his head because you look at a dude that literally was low-key and unstoppable, bro. Damn near for, I would say, 90% of the season before the trade deadline or the All-Star break. He comes back from All-Star, and we have not seen that consistent domination that we were seeing. And it wasn't just because Ja came back getting the foul. People try to make it a thing. Oh, well, Ja's getting the ball back in his hands, bro. That's not the case. Like, the offense had nothing to do with Jaren's success, so I don't want it to be an excuse of why he's not playing well now. He's missing a lot of those floaters that he was just a lock to hit. What you think going on with Tripp right now?
I'm looking at the stats right now because I had it in the back of my head, but I just wanted to bring it up to, to have it. His numbers are still pretty good. It just hasn't looked the same. So I'm gonna run by since I keep saying T.I. I gotta keep saying I'm trying. When I say T.I., I think of the rapper. When I think I see Coach Isolo. So against the Lakers, he had 24, 8 for 13 from the field, 61%, 4 rebounds. Against the Celtics, he had 20 and 15, 8 for 16, 50%. Last 3 games, he has not looked the same. Against the Warriors, he had 22, but he shot 7 for 20 from the field, 2 for 9 from 3. Against the Miami, he had 13, 5 for 11, 3 for 5 from 3. But if you watch the game, Bam got the best of him that game. Bam.
It wasn't the same.
It wasn't the same. It did not look the same. And then last against Detroit, he had a better game. Of course, Ja down the lineup, 27 points, but 9 for 23 and 1 for 6 from the 3-point line. So his numbers are on par, but it isn't looking the same. And the reason I feel like that is I feel like the issue that this team has always had. Now, one, I agree with your point that, yes, being that he's had some up and down games, he may be worried about the DPOY or the All-NBA because he was in contention for that. And since we've dropped in the standings, I don't know if the vote getter is going to mess him or not. So I feel like that may be a part of it. Yeah. But I feel like the bigger issues what this team has always had, even with TJ, is all 3 guys getting on one accord. And I say 3 guys, I mean the big 3 at the same time.
Same time, bro. We got to.
And that's been our biggest issue. I feel like Tripp over these last few games, yes, he's getting hit, but he's still trying to figure out because clearly Ja's elevated his game, and we know why. Isolo got that main playing great. Even when Dez has had some off games. What was that game here? He dropped a stink against the Celtics, I believe. Against the Warriors, he had
Was it 12 points he had? He did maybe less than that.
Yeah, but again, he came out against Detroit and had 38. Like, it's just having those. We need to figure out, and Islo needs to figure that out, of having all three guys going at the same time. And I feel like with Tripp, since he's seen that Ja is elevating, he probably knows, if we're going to be successful, Ja is going to be that engine like he always has been when we're successful. He's trying to find his spots again instead of just being Jaren, the Jaren that we've been seeing all year. And of course, that may be different because this offense that Islo is running, that's not centered around Jaren as much as TJ's offense in. With TJ's offense, Tripp got a whole lot more post-ups. He got a whole lot more short corner isolations, kind of high post isolations. We're seeing that, but we're not seeing that as much with Islo. It's a lot more, of course, the ball in Ja's hand, Ja's creating. We've seen Jaren play well in that system, but being that he's played one way the whole year, and now for the last stretch run of the season, he's switching. That's why I feel like he's trying to find his groove back a little bit. Do I feel like that's a huge problem? I don't think so, because I feel like they have a little bit of time to figure it out, and he's still getting his. It's just not looking pretty.
Yeah.
The fact, I'll be more concerned if he was getting like 9 points, 12 points, like under 15. If he was earning that 15 to 18 range, I'll be more concerned. But the fact he's still getting he just inefficient right now, I feel like that shows there's still room to go in a positive direction. I feel like just because the offense has shifted to more the ball more in Ja's hands rather than the ball kind of playing through Jaren.
Yeah. I think my biggest thing is, like you said, his numbers, when you look at it on the surface, they cool. It's just the game. I want to see him and Ja dominate every night. Like that's what it needs to be. And I don't know if Candy saying could it be fatigue, with
maybe
all the games he's playing. Potentially, I mean, but he did have a break when he was, injured. So I don't know if I want to get at too much credence, because he mentally he don't seem like the same player. Like he just don't. Like even with the fouls, we've commended him all year for staying out of foul trouble. Same with last year, and it's like now
getting right back to it.
It is that shit. I don't know. He got to lock in though.
He had 6 against the Warriors. And he had 5 against the Heat. Yeah, he had 2 against. He got back to being straight. He had 2 against the Pistons, but since Islo has been back, he had 4, 2, 6, 5, and 2. So 3 of those games he was in foul trouble. Or those 5 games he was in foul trouble. So it may be fatigue.
I saw a crazy stat, bro, that said he I can't remember the number, so don't get me to quote the number, but it was something to the effect of like he's had way too many games where he's had more fouls than rebounds. And I'm not going to go on that because, again, his rebounds are up. Like, we understand that. But, like, this just tells you how crazy the fouls are, like, to the point of if you got more than that as a player, period, low-key. I ain't going to even say as a big, but, like, yeah, he's definitely got to just lock back in mentally, bro, because for them, and like Sane said right here, he said Jaren his favorite player, but if Ja is hooping, like, that's all that matters. Like, you're going to have to just, whatever is in your head, bro, if the money gone, the money gone. Like, you out there resting and hurting yourself and whatever, that does nothing for the team. Like, get the max of what you can get at this point. May not be 345, but, like, you still going to be well off. You still have made the most money in Jackson history, goddamn. More than Andrew Jackson.
Your grandkids' kids will be fine. Trust me, you will be good, bro.
They gonna be straight, bro. Your boy done lost money too. They're sitting right there with you. It's okay. Y'all lock in with some championships, and we'll be all right. He got to figure it out, bro. Because we need him more than we ever need him going down this stretch. For sure. Let's go to a couple of comments we got. We got my boy Vontae. He said, I think he's being pushed and uncomfortable, but as time goes on, he'll see the value in it.
Could be. Yeah. I'm not gonna say no. But I can't just fully agree because we don't know what's going on. Like, but knowing Islo, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case though. Yeah.
Got Memphis native said Triple J just need to lock back in. Prior to all-star break, I think it's a mystery deep. Yep. We were just talking about the ankle.
Yeah.
You know what? That's one thing
it flares up here and there. Yeah.
I think he rushed back from that, bro, so that he could make the 65 games.
Yeah, for sure.
If he would have stayed out a little bit more, I don't think that would have hurt him. So that's a really good point, Memphis native, for sure.
But the thing is, he has three of these 4 games. We're gonna need him. All these are big matchups. He got Julius Randle and he got Julius Randle and Gobert coming up after the Hornets. Of course, he got Jokic with the Nuggets, and of course, he got AD with the Mavs. So this is probably the best test he's gonna get before the playoffs of just consistent bigs back to back. So if there's any get right games, he probably needs to take care of business in Charlotte and get his mind right, because the next 3 games ain't gonna be no joke for him at all. But I feel like if he's on the time where I feel like he can be, I feel like he should be just fine. But it's put up or shut up, because honestly, of course, Ja gonna be Ja, and of course need Dez to be Dez. But out of all these matchups, Jaren may be the most important player down the stretch over these last 3-4 games, because we're playing opposing teams that play through their bigs so much. Like, outside of the Timberwolves, because of course Ant is the best player, but Julius Randle's still gonna get his off. We can throw Jalen Wells at Ant, and hopefully Jalen Wells just piss him off, because Ant don't like that type of
early in the year.
Yeah, so, he did early in the year. He was irritated as hell. So, but with the Nuggets and the Mavs, Jaren gonna need, because the Mavs, all 3 of these teams are playing for their playoff lives right now, and we're gonna need Jaren to be Jaren, bro. Real talk.
Yeah, Sang said Jaren gonna be all right, man. We need him. What did I say before the season? I said Jaren is not the main factor, but he's damn sure was the X factor, and that remains the same no matter how you want to slice it, bro. Ja can go out there and get 50. We need Jaren to be at his peak, bro. Saying that Max, bro. Yeah.
He is
real, bro. For sure.
Because I honestly don't think they gonna mess him because we dropped in the standings. If we were still number 2 in the West, I feel like he would have it as a lot. But the fact that we're fighting for a play-in spot right now, or a playoff spot, I really don't think so. He probably hears that noise too.
Yep. I want to touch on what Vontae said right here in regards to him being asked to be more disciplined. This is going back to the conversation we had earlier. Why I believe Isolo needs to have this job moving forward for this whole summer. Jaren has been with Chris Johnson for how many summers at this point?
4 or 5 summers. Yeah.
I'm not saying he can't go out there or shouldn't go out there. He can do whatever hell we want to do. But I'm not saying he shouldn't go out there. He definitely should get out there and get his ball work with him. But locking into the mental aspect of it, the discipline and just the core values of hooping, like TJ ain't been able to give him that. He's gave him a pamphlet, bro, and said, go do you. I see you in August. And like that just ain't. That's not what he need. Like people can say, well, you can't blame the coach for Jaren. Apparently you can, bro, because he is not getting the small nuances that would take his game to even another level. Like talent-wise, that's never been in question. The freakish athletic ability that God bless him with, that's never been in question. It's always been for him locking in between the ears, bro. And for Isolo to be able to get in with him, break down film, and actually just direct that man, bro, like to think in a certain. I don't know if I've ever heard Jaren like think or speak the game like in these interviews. He's always saying something goofy, and that's him. Like that's his personality. I'm not knocking it. Well, I'm just saying like. I'm gonna keep going back to it, bro. Isolo is a serious basketball guy, and having him at the helm to actually lock in with Jaren and unlock that aspect, the mental aspect of Jaren's game. We've seen the physical improvements, growing both muscle and height. I mean, you can't control that, but going and putting in the work, he's put on a body, a frame that can would last the season. We've seen him take his offensive game to the next level. We've seen him be a decoy. Now it's just about this. If he can get this, like, bro, it's game over.
And I feel like that's a testament to what a great coach is. If you really look back in the history of the NBA, every great coach has had to talk to that X factor on the team and be like, hey, this is what we need from you, and this is how we need to get there. It's one thing about getting your basketball skills together and like, okay, you need to get better at this. It's another to say, like, this is what we need for this team to go to the next level. Example, Eric Spoelstra turned Chris Bosh into a double machine, 25 and 15 to a stretch 4, stretch 5. Because why? That's what that team needed in that situation. He knew he had 2 killers in LeBron and D-Wade.
Yep.
But they said to make us unguardable, we need you to be this. And Eric Spoelstra guided him to that. And you see what happened in Miami. Same thing. I got to go out to Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson knew Kobe could go for 40 anytime he wanted to when he had Shaq on the team. He said, yo, I don't need you to go for 40 right now. I need you to go maybe 25 and 10 and keep the big man engaged. I know physically you can do it by yourself. But for us to be successful going to the playoffs so we can go in this 3-peat, whatever, this is what we need for you. Play your role. That is what I feel like Triple J needs. Physically, like you said, he has most def. And also, Edey needs to go to Zebo camp with him too.
Yeah, they go to Zebo together. They need to be the next Zebo mark right there. Like put them together, fuse them up, lock
them. Get Zebo. Let him go to Mamorad Community Center. Lock them dudes in the gym for every 8 days and 8 hours after the weekend of summer, they'll be straight. But anyway, got to my point. You got me off track. But a great coach knows what a player needs to take his team next level. And I feel like that was lacking with TJ. TJ was telling him, okay, do your thing. We'll see you in the summer, get better, and I'll figure it out later. I feel like East was gonna say, nah, when you go to the summer, you're gonna be working with me about what you are. We're gonna be in a more collaborative effort about what we need for the team next year. Because clearly East Low has a not just an eye for talent, an eye for system of what fits into his system. Right. Example, Edey was not playing like that, and now in East Low's system, Edey's being maximized. Yeah. I feel like he could do that for everybody on the team, in particular Jaren. So that's what I want to see is offseason, but hopefully in the next 3 to 5 games, that switch a little bit of what East Low is needing. Not for him to press, not for him to try to go for 30 and 10 every night, but exactly what he needs to maximize his role, which is be probably the damn near best number 2 in the league he can be right now. Right. And we'll be fine.
Take us over. And that's what, like, I think, where was it at? Sam was talking about how, Jaren had a good game. I ain't knocking his games because he fits into their role perfectly when Ja ain't there.
Yeah,
I want to
it's when Ja's there.
11 when Ja's putting up 30 and 10 or whatever Ja doing. Like, that's what I want to see them. And then obviously bang, he come back behind him and he does whatever he does from the 3-point line. Candace said Jaren T talk about with Taylor Rooks. Taylor Rooks gonna get anything out of everybody. That's
right. She got some type of spell on these players, and people talk. Everybody start talking crazy. Like Ja called that man a pigeon, bro. Where you come up with that, bro? Like a pigeon, bro? Like
that perfume is had them dudes talk crazy than the mugs on TV, bro. I swear.
But I gotta say one thing, just the same point. Yeah, he had 27-11, but it's inefficient. In those games, he was still pressing. That's my only thing. He shot 9 for 23, 31%, 1 for 6 from 3. And that game is still that 27 looked hard. Like we want the domination back. Yeah, he had a good game on the paper, but we want that with efficiency when Ja's in the lineup. So that's my last point.
I will say I'm glad he put them shots up though.
Get them up rotation.
For sure. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can play 8 dudes, hey Jaren, you're gonna have to, you gotta get them up for the bag that you're looking for. Shout out to Uncle Buck. I know he ain't as much of a Taylor Jenkins.
Nah, he is not. But we love you, Buck.
As we are. He said interim coaches always get players to rally. I don't know if you just tuned in, Uncle Buck. We was talking about that earlier. It's more so about X's and O's talking the game than it is just like he got them dudes hyped up, but like it's different. It's just different when we talking about actual like strategy and just. Yeah.
It looks different, bro. It looks different.
It feels way different. And I get what you're saying, but this ain't just you wouldn't get the same effect. I feel like if it was
Mark Jackson
was the head coach. You know what I'm saying?
I just said something crazy.
If you the rings, like I don't think
you
get
the
the same effect. So that's the only thing I want to push back on that. We got Grizz Scott said average 25 for each of the big 3, 30. I mean, 20, easy math when you look at it like that.
Proves in the pudding, bro.
Yep. Just gotta lock in at the same time, man.
That's been our biggest issue. We do that. I don't feel like any team in the West could just flat out just beat us in a 4-game series. It's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Like I kind of want to get into like the playoff and who we kind of want to see how we looking, but that may be for another day if you don't want to get into that.
Yeah. And I feel you on this one, saying like I think Jaren he's been the most polarizing and probably will forever be the most polarizing. One, Ja's job. We know what we're getting with Ja. We know. We just know. Like you wake up for the most part outside of the little funky, crazy part of the season. We know what we're getting with Ja Morant. With Jaren, it's like you look at the potential, and it's like, bro, he literally could be damn near a top 10 player in the NBA, especially from what we've seen this year. As long as he lock in consistently, and I think. For that point, it just would be hard for any other like the what's the word I just used? The polarization of him.
Polarization.
Because you just got people on both sides of it. You got very few people in the middle with Jaren. It's either go balls to the walls or they totally against him. And then you got a couple people, like myself. This is like, hey, like I see it. I want you to get there. You know what I'm saying? Like because here's the thing: if Jaren is what we always put him in the realm of potentially being, like, there's no doubt in my mind it's a freaking, championship team multiple times over. So, yeah, man, like, he just got to lock in. He locked in. He got to the point of where he was this year. Glad to see that. But now it's playoff time, bro. Potentially, which we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Potentially playoff time.
I was finna make another anime reference, but I need to stop.
Yeah, you know I don't know it, boy. If
Yeah,
it ain't Dragon
never
Ball
mind.
Z, I don't
It actually is Dragon Ball Z. Actually is Dragon Ball Z. Actually,
if it's before or after, if it's after Super, I don't know it.
No, it's not that. It's not that. Basically, Jaren is Gohan. Gohan, he had all the potential in the world, and people was getting mad that he won. We saw a glimpse of in the Cell Saga when he fought Cell and Teen Gohan, but then after he felt he was mad. Jaren is Gohan. Does that make sense with you?
I like that.
Okay, that's all I had to say. I was like,
if he go like he did in the Cell Saga, I'm happy.
Yeah, exactly.
If he do that, oh my God.
He be like,
if he come out this playoff, I don't give a damn if we are play in or 6 seed. I don't care, bro. If he have one of them moments, it's game over.
That's reps.
Game over.
It's reps.
Oh my God. You turned. Hey, who the animators with Bluff City Media? We need to make that animation. You got to do it first. But yeah,
have a Jaren / Gohan edit or animation that we can do or something. Because that, I don't know why that just popped in my head, but I feel like that fits perfectly.
Hey, old don't understand what we talking about. Just type in Dragon Ball Z Gohan Cell, CELL, and then watch it look.
And you'll see it. You'll see the whole fight, and you'll understand what we're saying. And go
jump out my window and break my whole granny whole house up, boy.
Yeah. And Gohan's the son of Goku, Goku's main character, his son, all the potential in the world, really strong,
We nerded out, bro. We nerded out.
For sure.
Well, it's drying up, if you know what I'm talking about.
I bet. Let's keep it moving, Chris. PG.
Oh,
PG.
we ain't talking about that. We are talking about the playoffs.
Let's get back to it. Yep.
My ticker over here. It's all good. We're gonna end on this. We are at 6:59. Hey, we told y'all we're gonna get close to 7. So hey, it is what it is. Bro, this is the closest. I think the NBA actually tweeted it out today. This is the closest playoff race that they've seen with this amount of time left in the season. You got basically 6 different teams that could be within.
There's all the possibilities they posted right here. If y'all can see that.
Bro,
we can basically go from the 3rd seed to the 8th seed in 4 games.
We got to get our graphics up, bro. We be tripping showing our phone, but hey, y'all get
That's
it.
True.
It's a low budget podcast.
Low budget podcast.
My guys at 3 the Hardaway. Low budget podcast over here. It is what it is. But y'all seen the graphic, bro. Like literally any team 3 to 8 can be at any point a week from now. So what's your thoughts, bro? Like what do you see happening with that? Do you think we win out? I know we want to win out, obviously, but like, where do you see us ending up with the race being so tight? And then, too, is it any like specific matchup if you had to hunt one that you would want to hunt? And we wasn't thinking like this 2 weeks ago. We were like, oh hell no,
no. Being that we are 46-32 right now, I think we can go 4-0. I feel like I will go 3-1. I feel like we drop any game, it'll be the Nuggets because the Nuggets been playing very bad. So they may want to just have it as a get right game and come out with a lot of fire, especially it being in Denver. And that's the second half of back-to-back as well. So that game may be a little tough. But I honestly think we're going to avoid the play-in. You asked me that 3 weeks ago, we was going to be in the play-in. You asked me this. But I honestly think we're going to be, it'll be very hard for us to get home court advantage. The only way we get home court advantage is if we win out and we get a little bit of help. We're going to have like the Lakers, and that's the Lakers going to have to lose and the Clippers going to have to lose. Because that's the one team we don't play in all this. So I think we're going to get a 5th seed. I feel like we're probably going to play the Nuggets first round and kind of go from there. The only team I really don't want to see in the first round matchup is honestly, not say I don't want to see them. The least likely team I want to see is the Lakers because they're just mad. Like even though we played them tough, just matchup wise with LeBron, Luka, and AR, like that's just a very tough team to beat in a 7-game series. Like I have to tip my cap because I was not a believer in AR this whole time, but he has proved himself to be a great number 3. Like Shannon Sharp it's easy math, but Shannon Sharp broke it down great on First Take. If you put your best defender on Luka, put your second best defender on LeBron, put your third best defender, you don't have a third for AR. And if you switch, one of them 3 gonna go off. Damn near all of them. That's one thing that they do great that we don't. All 3 of they big 3 get off at the same time consistently. We don't. So out of all the teams in the first round, that's the team I least likely don't want to play because we just don't match up with them, especially on the wings, size-wise.
Yeah.
But everybody else, bro, I feel confident. I honestly feel confident against the Warriors. I feel confident against the Nuggets, the Clippers. Like everybody else, I'm good. Real talk. But if it was the Lakers, I'm gonna be a little nervous. So I want us to avoid the 6th seed and playing the Lakers. I hope that we get to a 5th seed and play the Nuggets like the Clippers first round.
Man, I don't know, bro. I've been kind of looking at this all day. Like, who would I like search out? I think
I want the Clippers or the Warriors. Who I want. That's what I want.
You know what, bro? I'm really not mad at the Lakers because I put like this: if Islo is the mind that we believe him to be, like regular season is regular season. At this point, when you in a 7-game series, you got time to watch film, develop a strategy, implement that strategy for potentially 7 games. I don't care about him not having a full season. At this point, it's about this eye punch, this day punch, how we going to counter punch, day punch.
Mm-hmm.
And with them, going back to the AR point, even though I am worried about that to an extent, I think it's a way, as long as them dudes are bought in, you could, because after them 3, like, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
It's a big follow-up. It's a big follow-up.
Yeah, like LeBron, I saw him try to do a windmill last night, and bro, damn near
he don't look the
every
same.
fucking muscle in his knee. Like,
normally he out here, that man was
it was nasty. And I ain't talking about in a good way. Like, I'm like, damn. So you're looking at that, Luka, I ain't fat shaming, but like his weight is fluctuating weekly. Like, he looked in shape a week or 2 ago, and then I saw him the other night. I'm like, damn, bro, he looked flabby again. Like, what is he doing? So, I mean, we know with him, you know, he can kill, but them going at the same time with AR, like, if them dudes lock in, I would want to see Vince Williams go crazy. That may be a Vince Williams series where he just got to break out of whatever discomfort he got. I'm not mad at them. The Warriors is another one. I'm kind of with you on that one. Houston worries me. Like the youth, I'm like, all right, cool. I understand that piece, but them dudes run like crazy, bro. And then you talking about the physicality. Until we get some other dogs on this team, we know who ain't gonna be for the matchup. And are you thinking who I'm thinking?
Luke Kennard.
Oh, I want to think about him anyway. He needs to be released. He needs to be released, and we need to give Cam Spencer his spot.
Yeah.
But the dude that talk all the shit never backs it up.
Oh yeah.
Santi Aldama.
Yeah, Santi, you barking no bite, my dog. Even though I love you playing well, but you barking no bite, dog.
Yeah, I'm cool on that, bro.
He gonna start fighting with Dylan Brooks in the first half and get taken out the whole game because he mentally checked out.
It's over. It's over. Yeah, I don't know if I want that one at all. So
I still feel like we can beat them, bro. I honestly do, bro. For number one, I'm saying that because I don't feel like we're gonna be in the play-in. I honestly feel like, what's up, Ed? I'm gonna keep school with the Rockets, Warriors, Eclipse. I'm honestly with my brother on that one. The other thing, I don't feel like we're gonna be in the play-in because I don't think we're gonna see the Rockets. But if we do, I'm gonna take your point. If we have Islo being the way he is, I feel like he'll be able to adjust to that series just good, if not better than Ime Udoka. What did I just say? Udoka, he's a great coach, but his calling card is the physicality and the energy he brings to that team. He's a good X and O coach, but that's not his forte. I feel like we can master physicality with the energy that Islo brings. I feel like Islo can out-coach him, or at least out-X and O him. Because I feel like, undoubtedly, we're the best player in that series. In the playoffs, I want to say 9 out of 10, but I'll say like a little bit more often than not. If you have the best player in that series, you have a good chance of winning that series. Out of all the teams my brother just named, the Rockets for sure we have the best player in that series. The Clippers, you can argue with Kawhi.
The 2 best if Jaren come to do.
Yeah, potentially the 2 best. Yeah. With the Warriors, you know who Steph Curry is, and the Clippers depends on what version of Kawhi and James Harden you get. So out of all the teams, the Rockets are for sure that we are better than talent-wise. It's just all up to the guys to come with a lunch pail and come to work. Yeah. So honestly, I'd rather see the Rockets too, bro. Honestly, the Lakers are the only team that scared me. That's the only one that scared me for real. Of course, the Thunder, but I don't think we're gonna see him.
Gonna say we playing the rest, or we playing them two dynasties.
He ain't wrong, bro. They get the superstar cars.
Yeah.
If we do beat the Warriors,
he won't Denver.
I would like
too scared of them, bro. Like I would have been like 2 years ago. I ain't gonna. They don't look the same, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's the elevation. That's it. It's the elevation.
Yeah.
elevate. That's literally all I care about.
And Jamal Murray plays like a madman in the playoffs sometimes. Even though I feel like Jamal Murray, it's talking about playoff Murray. He just plays on a different. He could be mid the whole year. He's had a pretty mid year, like overall. Bro. But in the playoffs, bro, he just turns into a different animal. Yes, I feel like Jock can outplay.
It's like a Galaxy Opal or something.
Yeah, he get Dime Galaxy Opal to Jamal Murray.
Yeah,
he turns to a. And I feel like Russ can be that wild card, depending if they start him or not. Even though he was fumbling the last few games, like in the clutch, Russ is still a great player. Like he's been playing great for them this season. And I don't know who off the bench we could have to like match him. But overall, Steve's like I want Denver though. Again, for me, out of everybody to me, it's the Lakers who I don't want to see. And then probably like the OKC probably. Everybody else, I'm smooth with, honestly.
Yeah. JD said, man, wrestling coming on. I got to get
away. Oh, yeah, bro, you right. You right, bro. I got to appreciate you, my boy JD. I got to go, fam. I've missed the first 8 minutes of Raw.
Oh, man. He said, I need Pippen Jr. to turn. No.
If he can, bro.
I ain't mad at it, bro. Let me make sure I say this on the show. I can't remember if I said it before. Scottie Pippen Jr., I owe you an apology, my brother. I said that they rushed you, which I still believe and stand by that. But
yeah,
I mean, they willed it into working, and he is looking like I'm gonna give him credit for a lot of the turnaround we're seeing too. Not all the credit, obviously, but he's played a major part in bro just going out there and just hustling. I was talking to my dad last week. Bro, he has been going out there. I've been on his ass about just playing a role like Scotty. They are not coming to see you, bro. You are not David Ruffin. And these are the temptations. Like,
no, we ain't no one coming to see you, Otis.
They are not coming to see you, bro. Like at all. And he's still. Damn, I dropped my mic. My bad. He still got some issues, with turnovers and like his just jumping up, not having a destination, but just coming out there playing a role. Like he ain't taking every shot. A lot of time he just waiting for the open three. He is playing defense. He's bringing energy into the game, and for that, bro, hats off to you. My bad. You doing your thing, and you have earned a spot on this playoff rotation. And I would not have said that 3 months ago. I would have not. So shout out to Scottie Pippen Jr., man. You and your pops can definitely hang around the M a little bit longer for sure.
I'm gonna just say one thing. Yes, he's playing well. I'm still not fully sold. Yeah, I just got to see how he do in the playoffs. Like I still ain't. He too up and down for me, bro. Like I love how he's playing right now. I want Scotty to keep playing like he's been. But we've seen this throughout the year where he has a good stretch of like 5 to 10 games, and then when the rubber hits the road, he falls off. So I want him to keep playing when he's playing, but I'm still not fully sold yet until I see how he does in the playoff environment. If not, I want Scotty to be on this team next year and for years to come. But until then, I ain't sold yet.
Oh, damn. He said Jamal Murray has a hamstring. Oh, yeah, that's true. He has been nursing it.
He may put him on in the players, bro. It does matter, but they may put him on a horse tranquilizer or something and get his muscles feeling good or something.
Ain't gonna feel shit.
He ain't gonna feel nothing till after the game. He ain't gonna feel, bro. In Denver they got it's different stuff legal up there in Denver and Colorado, so they may put some extra herbs or something together and shoot them up with
it. Yeah, man, all kind of mess.
You probably right, bro, but I ain't think that's the thing. In Colorado, out of all places, nah, bro. They got access to everything up there, bro. He gonna be fine. He gonna be fine. Literally, he gonna be just fine. As soon as the game go off, he gonna crash. But soon the next game, he'll be all right. So
look, man, hamstring gonna be fell out his leg. Well, damn, bro, you don't feel that? Damn, bro.
Nah, we're going up. Dang, my junk gone. My junk.
He gonna grab the junk tied over his shoulder and go hoop on their ass.
Like, here we go. I don't feel nothing until after the game. Oh, my body shut the F down. Whatever they did, give me something again, cuz like
we're gonna get out of here. We I'm talking about just hit the hour time. Because we did start a little bit right after 6, man. But appreciate y'all tapping in and hanging with us before the game and the wrestling game on. Y'all know I ain't really been in wrestling for a minute, but I'm gonna let y'all get to it. I'll get back into it maybe one day.
You need WrestleMania is next week, bro. You need this the time to get on it, bro. WrestleMania is next week, bro. We need to get on it, bro. You missing the best time of the year now.
I gotta pick my battles, bro. When you have 2 kids running around, you'll understand. You gotta pick your battles.
Man, it's like probably too violent for them right now, man. They can't watch it right.
Bro. My daughter, man, my oldest, she starts seeing folks getting smacked and slapping and popping and dropping and man.
she gonna be there, but in the house.
So yeah, it's over. Everything
she crash out.
She got a blow up joint. It's like a little blow up bounce house. Oh
yeah.
She have a little baby sister and they're doing DDT.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Daddy, what? Dad, sister slammed me in this.
Yeah, I'm just about to wait till they go to sleep to try to get that in. I ain't gonna hold you.
It's on Netflix. So you can watch anytime now, bro. It's on Netflix.
That's a fact.
You can watch it after it go off, after the kids to sleep, and after the wife to sleep, bro. You can watch the last. You can fast forward, do all that, bro. Do what you do, bro.
You right. Well, look, man, we appreciate y'all kicking it with us, man, for sure. King Meeks, appreciate you, bro, tapping in for
appreciate
sure.
You, bro.
Everybody that came through, man. Coach Vaughn, TJ, Grizz Scout,
Say, everybody, Vaughn, everybody. Yeah, going shooter, JD,
no easy everybody. Buckets. I'm just scrolling through real fast. Coach, Uncle Buck, everybody.
Ed. Shout out to you, Ed.
Shout out to bro. Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all kicking it with us on this fine Monday. We're gonna let y'all have it. Oh, before we get up out of here, who you got winning tonight?
I'm honestly mad because my bracket got busted. I was doing so good. Like the two teams that lost, the ones I had in the national championship. So just because I'm gonna just say Houston because they, in my opinion, they knocked out the best team in the country in Duke. So after they beat them, like it's probably just their year to get it done. Even though I'm not a fan because they used to beat up Memphis all the time, but hey, I gotta tip my cap. Kevin Sampson got them guys playing well, So I got Houston. I got they some dogs. Exactly, they are some dogs. So I got Houston, bro. I got Houston.
Do it. I'm with you on that one, man. Y'all let us know in the comments who y'all got tonight on the big game. 7:50 is the tip off. I know it's probably gonna be about 7:58. That's what they saying, but
yeah,
man. Y'all lock in on that. We will see y'all next week. That'll be the end of the season, right? Are all 4 games this week?
Quick check. I think so, bro. Now my Wi-Fi want to act slow.
Oh man, come on.
April. Yeah, the next time we talk, actually, if we record on next Sunday, the season will be officially over. The last game is on Sunday, so we will have our final review of the season next week, and we will know exactly where we are in the playoffs. That's gonna be fire. Yeah, y'all got to tune in for that.
We'll have a late night live episode once all the games concluded. We'll know where we at for sure.
Yeah, so that'll probably around like 9 or 10. Probably that's when all the probably the West Coast game. Depends on the West.
If the Lakers and the Clippers playing on the West Coast,
it may be a little late. It may be ending while we on the live. So we'll see where we. So that'll be a great one. Y'all can't miss next week, bro. Can't miss next week, bro.
But man, y'all this week. Do something to make you feel good. Do something to put a smile on your face. Makes you happy, man, for sure, because that's all that matters. We'll be back next week. Grizz got to win out, man. That's it. So we can get out of this play situation, man. But we're going to definitely chop it up and talk about it next week. Man, y'all be easy. And like we always say, bro.
Go Grizz.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the No Bluffing Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of all things Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next week.